Hello, new friends. This is Annie with Divine Feminine Astrology. Thank you for joining me again today. And today I want to talk about the upcoming full moon in Pisces. Is anyone else as excited about this moon as I am? Let's just dive right in. I love it. So let's see. As we begin preparing for this powerful full moon in Pisces, it is a great time to check in with the deepest, most intuitive parts of ourselves. And these might have been buried with all the drama of the pandemic and all of the fear narratives that are circulating everywhere right now and all of that. So sometimes those more intuitive parts of ourselves sort of get crushed down beneath the culture. So I think this moon is really calling us to discover those more watery, more truthful, maybe even hidden parts of ourselves. And also, let's see, applying compassion and the highest forms of spiritual transcendence to our own selves, and especially our emotional selves during this time, while connecting with our spirit guides will surely help us to tune into what our higher self is seeking for our lives. And that was where I sort of wanted to open today. So everyone be blessed this moon and listen to your intuition. And then the card I wanted to share is very exciting. So I have a brand new deck that I got last night. And I have a crush on this lady now. Her name is Izzy Ivy. I think she lives near Mount Shasta. And look at this. Beyond Lemuria is her deck that I just got. And check out this card. It says, made me think of today in this moon. Says beyond the mind. And then look, we can see she's got this sort of flower of life energy pulsating near her heart, and then she's going up in her meditation, prayer, visualization into her crown chakra, and that's opening up very literally to higher frequencies. And we even see like bird wings, circles, triangles, all kinds of beautiful things going on when we can connect to that higher light that unfortunately is above and beyond the human mind in a lot of ways. So this is something that is really important to me right now in my own personal journey, and I hope it is to you all as well. And it's fun stuff too. It doesn't always have to be this we get stuck in the shadow work, let's say, and forget what's on the horizon. I'm trying to get focused on what God and my spirit guides have on the horizon for me instead of being kind of playing it small and scared, So here we go. I had these questions. I thought as an element for self-reflection, we could each, it says, ask yourself or look back through your journal from this last year. Hopefully you're starting to keep a journal. Love that. Very powerful writing, especially for channeling. What began to unfold back in March of this year under the Pisces new moon that is reaching a point of culmination or illumination in your life by late September 2021? And second question, what happened around the Virgo new moon or Leo new moon, depending if you're using mainstream or sidereal astrology, just a week ago, that is calling you forth? What is calling you forth now as we approach this Pisces full moon? You'll likely be receiving intuitive visions, dream-like inspirations. And last question here, what is the most spiritual part of you, your higher self, pulling you towards now as we enter into this full moon phase? The peak of the lunar cycle is what it is. What are your dreams and intuitions revealing to you this week? And that's all going to be a personal thing for each of us, especially if we consider the houses where Pisces, and maybe even we could say Virgo, the axis of that, fall into in our birth charts. So let's see. Next thing I'm going to say. Okay, so I am a client of Molly McCord's, and I purchased her September kind of learning package for astrology. And so I pulled from that 3 or 4 things that she said that I thought were just so eloquent and so beautiful. And instead of me kind of regurgitating some not as beautiful version of that, I'd like to just quote from Molly McCord now. She's a very advanced astrologer, and I feel very in tune with a lot of the things that she says. So anyway, here we go. So she said, here were her comments about the full moon in Pisces. It's going to be dreamy, intuitive, and the energy is going to be pulling us into the other realms. So, and this is also because the moon is going to be widely conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So this particular moon will come with a higher perspective. That is so exciting for me and hopefully for everybody. Identify which house you have Pisces in. The full moon is going to illuminate the opposite house and be kind of creating this tension basically between the house where you have Pisces and its kind of polar opposite, we could say. The full moon reveals, illuminates these energies, and this is always a time about balance and bringing something to your conscious awareness. So I think that's really beautiful the way that she said that. And then last thing, Molly said, there is something here with this full moon Pisces, widely conjunct Neptune in Pisces, a message from your higher self that you might receive through dreams, meditation, intuition. So try to focus on surrendering and letting go to that spiritual light, yeah? So I thought that was really profound. I wanted to share that. And then last thing I'll talk about today for this moon, which is coming up, I think on September 20th, kind of depending where you live. So yeah, I wanted to use an example from our new little Telegram group. So if anyone wants to find us over there, Divine Feminine Astrology, it's just on Telegram. Mainly targeting kind of women's needs right now. So that's kind of the focus. But if there are any gentlemen out there that feel excluded by that women's group, I would be happy to start an additional group and do more divine masculine things there. So if there's any kind of request for that, please just let me know. So here we go. The example I wanted to use from someone in our group is Elisa. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, sweet lady. So Elisa sent her chart to the group so you can look at it there, and you can see that she has Pisces in the 7th house. So the 7th house is relationship, marriage, attraction, what you attract, what attracts you, kind of the attraction element of us. So she might be feeling the watery, dreamy, spiritual energies pulling between this, her relationship, her attractions in life, and then all the way over to the house of the self. The 1st house is the opposite there. I can actually relate to that because I decided I was going to say something about this, Elisa, and then I looked at my own chart and I was like, wow, we don't have anything in common except for Pisces in the 7th house. So I too have Pisces in the 7th house. And I know that some of the negative comments on this can be things like struggle to keep both feet on the ground and all those practical labels, and that's true. I'm not going to say that stuff's not true. But when it comes to, a relationship, someone with Pisces in the relationship house is really going to want, crave, need the fantasy, the dreams come true, that like magic kind of deep spiritual truth energy flowing through all of their relationships. And that's going to be what's powerful for them. And that's really different from, let's say, what's an example? Maybe if you have, Pisces in the 12th house, for example, that's really nice because that's where it's at home and that's all about spirituality. So when it comes to spirituality, you'll see those Piscean traits. So that's probably what I'll end with there. There was one other thing I wanted to say. Okay, yes. Lastly, Pisces needs to evolve beyond the material world. And Pisces is all about belief. And then I'll just bring back our little friend, this beautiful woman here. She's not putting her fingers out and using her physical 2 eyes right here to grab things, grasp things, cling on to things. There's none of that going on here. She is sitting in deep peace, and her heart, 3rd eye, and the connection she's creating here with the higher realms are what are moving her forward, beyond the mind, beyond the physical. And I think this card beautifully embodies Piscean energy. And I'm also a Pisces North Node, so I love this kind of stuff. Really excited for this moon. So anyway, much love to you all, and please let me know any requests that you'd like to throw in for the next video. Trying to record maybe 2 videos a week on different topics, of course. So thank you so much. This is Annie PG, and I'll see you next time. Have a beautiful Pisces full moon.